Living life large, I'm a rock star. Pulling over, no, smashing on the cop car. Big house, drive around in a golf car. Long as my mama got a smile, I don't give a fuck. Big green when I pulled up in a Bentley truck. I fucked the baddest bitch last night, I made her give it up. She sucked me dry, but she used ice, wasn't no spitting up. What you know about cars closing foreign hoes? What you know about cocaine that runny nose? I done pushed it all and only Lord knows. Hey, money on the way, daddy got big goals. Trap, and I was trapping out. Put that trap down, I'm trying to see what this rapping about. Hey, what you know about your best friend turning rat? I gotta put that pole on bro, cause he switched on the trap. Me and Joe and yo know they can't fuck with us. I got Lil Dre up in the cut, he keep his 40 tucked. Lil Eric ain't no question in him, he gon' fucking bust. 111 where I'm from, yeah, that where I'm from. Ay, 111, I said that where I'm from. Ay, where I'm from, you gotta keep a gun. Ay, look. No cap, ain't none. No cap, I keep it on me, I ain't finna run. Fuck bad hoes and I drive fast cars. Yeah, living life large, I'm a rock star. Pulling over, no, smashing on the cop car. Big house, drive around in a golf car. Niggas speak on 10 and I'm spazzing out. 7,000 in my hand, ain't no capping out. Keep it on me for them pussy boys that run their mouth. Speak on Lucky, I'ma leave him with a runny mouth. I don't know him, I know he heard of me. It's a lot of niggas wanna murder me. Don't forget my niggas pull up with that 33. Click, clack, blow, that's a murder scene. Fuck bad bitches and drive fast cars. 6, let me whip the Jag like a NASCAR. Nothing but Dior when I leave the store. Let the whole team hit, she's a whore. Got a couple bands, but I need more. Stuck up in that jam, supposed to be on tour. What you niggas know about being poor? Now I park my lamb truck indoor. Yeah, I said it right. Indoor, big house, fucking on the 6th floor. Penthouse, my rugs is Christian Dior. She fuck me right, she get a night by the seashore. Fuck bad hoes and I drive fast cars. Yeah, living life large, I'm a rock star. Pulling over, no, smash it on the cop car. Big house, drive around in a golf car. Fuck bad hoes and I drive fast cars. Yeah, living life large, I'm a rock star. Pulling over, no, smash it on the cop car. Big house, drive around in a golf car. Fucking on the 6th floor. Penthouse, my rugs is Christian Dior.
The annual purge will conclude.
Whoop, 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 whoop. What it do, y'all? What's up? It's another Wednesday in the house. What it do? Yes, you right here tuned in on the Royalty Radio Show. Welcome, welcome. Second Wednesday. Oh my God, y'all. We made it. Yes. Welcome to the Royalty Radio Show. I have a special guest, but before I bring my special guest in, I'm going to let y'all get caught up on Shannon the Queen, y'all. Yes, your Vegas female comic. That part, you guys. So, as y'all all know, I be having so much going on in my lovely lifehood, right? So first thing first, I am a mother. Yes, so being a mom on top of, coming up with being a business creative owner, if that's how you want to put it, and also doing comedy and doing this radio show, it's a lot all in one package, right? So I just want to break something down to you guys all. Last week, I had a busy week on the weekend. I was very booked and busy. Yes, I love being booked and busy. Only thing I want you guys to know, when you book Shannon the Queen, let's make sure y'all book me properly, okay? So it won't be no misunderstanding, no confusions, no none of that. Because, I love all y'all. And I know a lot of you guys love the apple heads. I know y'all love the apple heads, right? They are so bum. They so delicious. And I present new apple heads each week. New apple heads, going up like crazy, right? I even brought some with me. But my only thing, when you book Shannon the Queen on a comedy show and you want me to sell my apple heads on a comedy show, make sure that you guys clarify that. Like, make it clear to me that you want me to do comedy and you want me to sell my candy apple heads. I would not have no problem doing that, okay? As long as we have that agreement and that acknowledgement that I will be doing both, because it's different. My the apple heads is different from me doing comedy. It's just two different avenues, should I say, So if you guys want to just book me and I'll be there for the vendor for the comedy, I could do that as well. But if you want me to go on stage and sell the apples, then we have to clarify that. So with that being said, last week I sold the apple heads and it was amazing, y'all. I sold out. Yay. I sold out. Okay. And a lot of people came out to the comedy show to see me perform. This one right here, shout out to Amber Jones. This one is your apple head right here, sweetie. I got it for you. Pull up to the studio. You already know it's here, nice and cold for you. So a lot of people pulled up on me and they was expecting me to do comedy, and unfortunately I wasn't booked on that show. I was on the flyer. So when things are like tricky, getting involved, of course I want to bring it up to the matter, because I don't like to be tricked or played in any kind of shape or form, right? And I'm not saying that the booker tried to play me or anything. I just want to clear things. Like, anybody who want to book me, and make sure you book me for the show and to sell candy apples. Or if you just want me to do comedy, that's fine. I just do comedy. Or if you just want me to sell the candy apples, then I will be the vendor there. But we just got to make things clear, because that's two different avenues, like I mentioned before, okay? So I do get paid for doing comedy. So don't try to be slick and have me at a comedy show selling the candy apple heads and then ask me, can I get on stage to do some comedy? It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to clear that and put that in the air for anybody who wants to book me at the same time, want me to do vendors at your comedy show. I am more open to it, and I got mad respect for all of y'all. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep making these people laugh, and let's just keep living our lives on positivity levels, okay? That part, you guys. So hello, Amber Jones. I see you, queen. Yes, come up here and get your apple heads. So that apple that I just showed you guys, this is the strawberry sugar kiss apple head. I don't know if you can really see it that good, but here it goes right there. And then I also created some more apple heads for you all. If you want to know where you can purchase these apple heads at, you are able to purchase them on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook, Candy Apple Heads. It's all spelled correctly, Candy Apple Heads. And you can pick up, or I deliver as well. Yes, yummy and delicious. This one right here is limited edition, okay? Limited edition, only for the summertime. And that's the strawberry ice cream apple head. So yes, I do have delicious apple heads over here on deck with me, and it's all kind of amazing different flavors. I even got your fruity pebble apple heads. Yes, this is a great morning treat. A really delicious morning treat for you, or just a snack on your lunch break if you get off work and you want to take a quick break and you got the munchies or whatever the case may be. Go ahead and order your apple head. I got you. Okay, just make sure you place your order at a reasonable time, because I make these homemade and by myself. Care about my feelings and my timing. Okay, so I give you up to 3 business days. If you are picking up your apple heads because unfortunately you don't want to pay for delivery, which I understand, then you have to pick up around my time. So wherever I'm at, then that's where you have to pick up the candy apples. And if you want delivery, I do deliver them to you. Note though, I want y'all to write this down in your notifications. If you do pick up orders on your candy apple heads, I am giving you no longer than 2 to 3 business days to pick up your candy apples, or you will not get refunded back, okay? Because right now, do my apples at home, and my refrigerator is not big enough for all these apples that I'm selling. Like, they selling like crazy. So y'all keep that in mind. I am working on, investing in getting my kitchen and doing my candy apples out of a kitchen and making sure that they stay, fresh for you guys. So y'all be patient with me on that and just consider what I have going on, and I will continue to make these lovely, delicious apples for y'all apple heads out there. Mwah. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, next thing I got coming up, y'all, June 19th. Woo, this show right here is going to be amazing. Yes, I am ready for this comedy show. Now, I will be performing June 19th at the Extreme Comedy Club. It's a hot mess comedy. So y'all already know I'm about to be acting a hot mess up in that thing. Yes, so y'all come out and make sure y'all get that laughter. Laughter is medicine, and we all need it. So I need y'all to come get y'all medicine, okay? And get that laughter in your life. This is going down on Saturday, June 19th. Doors open at 7 o'clock. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. I recommend you get your tickets reservation. Get reservations, because when I tell y'all them shows be packed out, they be packed the fuck out, okay? And I don't need you ladies to be standing in y'all heels. I need y'all queens to sit down with y'all heels on looking cute, okay? So make sure y'all get y'all tickets, reservations. Yes, I do be posting my flyers on my IG, which is right below the Queen02. Come out, laugh with me. It's gonna be some other funny comedians as well. So definitely y'all don't want to miss that show. The host is Lip Lock. Comedian Lip Lock will be in the building representing and having fun, and he's funny as fuck too, ladies. So y'all don't want to miss that. Guys, y'all come out too. Bring your collars, okay? Your button-ups. Look good, because if you don't look good, I'm going to talk about you like, where you get your clothes from? The laundry? The dirty laundry? Did you pull that out the dirty laundry? Don't come looking like that, okay? Even though it's called a hot mess comedy show, we don't need you pulling up looking a hot mess. That ain't a part of the show. Yes. Let's read some comments on here. Those apples look delicious. Thank you. Yes, put them orders in. You also could go ahead and follow my website, ShannonTheQueen.com. Yes, purchase them apples. I'm telling you, they taste as good as they look, honey. What? Put your money where your mouth is, boo. Okay. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Yummy, yummy. Good for your tummy. Let's see. Let's read these comments. Now, that's what we got that out of the way. What you have for us for this week, Queen. Yes, you guys, I have this amazing, talented artist sitting right next to me, and I'm going to bring her on air. But first, I want you guys to listen to my cousin. His music coming up. Frago. They go wherever I go. Hey, they know. So we're gonna bang some music for y'all heads real quick, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna bring the special guest in, and then we're gonna get into topics after we introduce her. You guys keep on vibing on the Royalty Radio Show.
Fuego. I can go wherever I go. Step up in the building, they know. Through the money wave, haters, hello. Yeah, hello. Fuego. Yeah, I'm the fuego. Yeah, I keep the fuego. Yeah, I'm the fuego. I'm hot, fire, yeah, fuego. Do what I want, go where I want. Them niggas, they know. Step in that bitch, drip flies. Yeah, goddamn that boy, nuevo. 10 new hoes and they go where I go. Money long, pockets fat, extendo. My peso, extravagant. My fashion is a fashionist. I ain't though. My passion is get money. That rap shit just come when I say so. I'm a boss, all you go. Zip it slow, on board. Damn, look like you the man. My diamonds, they dance. My dripping from France. my rims when I'm on bins. I float through the wind, goddamn. Fuego, that what I am. Do my money dance, I'm taking the wins, yeah.
Fuego. I get dough wherever I go. Step up in the building, they know. Do the money wave, haters, hello. Yeah, hello. Fuego. Yeah, I'm the fuego. Yeah, I keep the fuego. Yeah, I'm the fuego.
Back again, no capping in. Niggas like hate cause I'm after them. No, actually, I'm after win. Sting like a beat flow raw through the wind. I'm raw, ain't seen nobody harder than. Like you 2X on the chart for real. Fuego, my nigga, one mad at Bendejo and Stupido Creo. Crazy with the beat, yeah. To pretend I'm undefeated, right? The president in the limelight. Took a break to stole the spotlight. Still, that nigga, yeah, I'm still counting up big bills. I moved out the city to chase after my meal. Don't play though. Why? Dita, keep that fucking Draco. Last time I ate you first, I got potato. So think again before you up that fuego. No bueno, yeah.
Fuego. I get dough wherever I go. Step up in the building, they know. Do the money wave, haters, hello. Yeah, hello. Fuego. Yeah, I'm the fuego. Yeah, I keep the fuego. Yeah, I'm the fuego.
Rego. What it do, y'all? What it do? That was my cousin, Lucky 2 times. Frago. Yeah. So make sure you guys go ahead and follow that link. Make sure you guys go ahead and keep bumping his music. Keep his name alive, just like his mother is doing, okay? Hottest, youngest rapper that was alive, man. And his music continued to rock our heads. So yes, you guys. With that being said, I am about to bring in my artist, my guest. She's talented. She's right here next to me. As you guys will be meeting her, I will be meeting her as well. She just landed here yesterday in Las Vegas from Kentucky, and I'm going to let her share more about herself with you all. Go ahead and bring her in, y'all. Yes. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Village Child. I'm from the 502, Louisville, Kentucky. I don't particularly say what part of the city I'm from because I'm from the city, period. But for those who won't know, I'm from the west part of the city, the West End. I'm an entrepreneur, but I mainly like to call myself an artist.
Okay.
I do a little cooking. I got this thing called Taco Tuesday. We cook every Tuesday at 3614.
Taco Tuesday, you said?
Yeah, Taco Tuesday.
And what kind of tacos do you be making?
I mean, we make the basic tacos, you know what I'm saying? Chicken, shrimp, steak, ground beef. Sometimes I do a burrito taco, but like I don't like doing it like everybody else. I like putting my own twist on it because I got a real taste for flavor.
Okay.
And
I know that's
another
right.
thing I like, I sell my tea with every taco, and my tea is called Villain Tea. It's a special blend of tea. It doesn't taste like anything else that you're used to. It don't taste like down south tea. It don't taste like a regular Arnold Palmer. It's real good. It's real light. A lot of people that don't drink tea enjoy it, so
yeah,
it's very
Is it
dope.
sweet?
It's sweet, but it's not too sweet.
Or do you ship it in other states?
I mean, I haven't got that far yet. We just started selling them in the jugs. I do want to eventually do more with them so that I can put liquor in them because they go great with liquor, light and dark. So if it does come to that, it will be called Evil Villain Tea, and a lot of people have already liked it as well. Another thing I do besides the food, I sell clothes. I don't got a flex. A lot of people, when they see the headband, they think I don't give a fuck. Well,
right, because when I seen it, I'm like, okay, I don't give a fuck. But then when you told me what it was, I don't got a flex. I was like, that's dope. So when you say I don't gotta flex, what actually do you mean by I don't gotta flex?
Okay, well, I'm gonna make it short. Long story short, I got it. I got the idea from when I used to go to school. I used to get bullied and all that, right? So it took a lot of time for me to love myself.
Okay.
So by me being me, loving myself, loving my uniqueness, loving how I do my thing, I don't have to flex for nobody's opinion. I don't have to flex for your approval. I do this for me. I don't gotta flex because I don't give a fuck. That's it right there.
I feel you. I don't gotta flex because I don't give a fuck. You know, a lot of people be flexing on motherfuckers who really don't give a fuck about them, though. You know
They do. You know, people like, I feel like people be going too hard trying to impress
Others.
females and
Yeah.
and niggas. Like, I'm just like, man, y'all need to do this shit for
Trying to
yourself.
impress people that ain't even paying your bills, though. Ain't
Right.
even helping you out.
What are you doing for me?
Yeah. Why
am I
gotta
trying?
flex for you?
Why am I trying to look cute for you?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm doing this. I'm trying to
Good.
get my bag. The only thing on my mind is making my bag. You know what I'm saying? Looking good for myself. Self-love.
Period.
That's it.
Period. I love it. So it takes us all a while to love ourselves deep in, because a lot of people go through situations to where, you know, like you said, you got bullied in high school. A lot of people go through depression. You know what I'm saying? All that triggers people from being their self.
Exactly.
And in order to dig in yourself again, you gotta love who you are. You know what I'm saying? Your flaws and all.
Exactly.
You gotta love them all, because that's how other people gravitate to you
Real talk.
and love who you are. Once you love yourself, everybody else gonna love you. And if they don't, that ain't none of your business.
Real talk. Like J. Cole said, love yours.
Yes. So I love that in you. What do you got going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you got the Taco Tuesday, and then I know you got your merchandise going on as well. You just busy out there in
Yeah,
Kentucky.
yeah.
You holding it down out there, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I was started this project called Threat. It's a song that you can find on all platforms. We started a little mini film series. We'll probably start shooting and looking for a casting call around maybe fall. So shoot it. So it's either gonna be roughly, I'm thinking it's gonna turn into a little TV show or something. So it's called Threat, though. We got a little short film on YouTube if you want to check it out.
Do you
It's
have
called-
a? Oh, go ahead.
My bad. It's called Threat Official Music Video / short film. So
Okay,
y'all
and
want to
where
go and
can
check
they
it
find
out.
that at?
YouTube. Just type in Villa Child. It should be one of the first things that pop up. But type in Villa Child Threat, and it'll pop up like that. VILLACILA my bad. CHILD. I'm over here stuttering.
It's all good.
But anything like the clothing brand, or if you want to if you just can't go to YouTube, you can find it all at one link. It's villamatic.com. It's my official website. You can go there, check out my music, check out the clothing, check out the videos, the short film. All of that will be on there, and I have little bios if you want to know a little bit more about me and the clothing brand and how everything started.
You guys make sure y'all check her out for real. She out there in Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky.
How you say it?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville.
Girl, that's so
Louisville.
country. Louisville, Kentucky.
That ain't how you say it neither. You go down there saying it like that, it's gonna be like, you ain't from here.
Nope, I ain't from there at all. But y'all make sure y'all follow her, okay? We're gonna play some of her joints, some of her gems right here on the Royalty Radio Show. So I'm ready. I'm so excited to get into that. Do you have a squad or anything?
Not in particular. I mean, I work with a couple people. I work with Dope Drummer. Shout out to Dope Drummer. Shout out to Dub D. Shout out to CJ Too Much. That's my video man in Louisville, Kentucky. He does a lot of things himself. He's an entrepreneur. That man does everything.
Oh wow!
So I get a lot of my inspiration from him.
Do you have any music videos?
Yeah, I got a couple. Music videos. I have one coming out for Million. CJ is working on that as we speak. So that'll be coming up soon. And I also have a new single I'm gonna be dropping pretty soon called Mood.
Oh, when will we be expecting that?
I say about maybe a week or two from now.
Okay.
Week or two from now, got to get some things in place before we can start dropping the magic.
Right.
So
yeah,
y'all just be
gotta
ready.
make sure all
and
your
be on the
I's is
lookout.
dotted and all your T's are crossed.
Definitely.
That part, man. So on your social media, when you post on your social media, do you post daily or do you just post your music, or what do you use your social media for?
To be honest, I post music on social media. I post the food on my social media. Like anything that has anything to do with me, I post on there. And I don't really have no daily schedule. I just do, you know what I'm saying? I post when I can post. Sometimes I be busy, I don't have time to look at social media. Sometimes I just don't want to post nothing. Like it's just me, you know.
Are you a private person?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
private, but not at the same time. Like you just really got to get to know me. But yeah,
I was gonna say, how do that work? As far as you being an artist and you like to keep your business private, how does that work in between the two?
Well, I keep certain things private, and then as far as the business side of things, I mean, if anybody want to know something, I tell them straight up.
Yeah.
Just straight like that. I just post, like I said, I post some clothes now and then. I post some music stuff now and then, a collaboration of me doing some work. I just did a collaboration with a dope drummer. We did a video for this graduating senior named Elijah. So we did a video in light of him and had him in the video and everything, and we just did that. So sometimes I post little things like that aren't completely my project. I do that. Or if somebody has a clothing line and I'm using their stuff, I take a little picture of their stuff and post it on there. I use it for just sharing, for real.
Yeah.
Just being me.
And do you have a website?
Yeah, Villamatic.com. VILLAMATIC.com.
Yes. That's what's up. You guys, we're going to get into some of her jams. And when we come back, we're going to have the topic of the day. The topic of the day before we go into her jams, because I want y'all to be ready for it. Do you believe that social media can break up a relationship?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that, y'all, when we come back from hearing your jam. Go ahead and introduce your music that we're about to play.
Okay, I got a couple singles for you. One of them is Millions. Another one's called Treat. Catch a Flight. And, of course, Threat that I was talking about on that short film. So
Yes.
tell me what y'all think. Honest opinions. I want all of them so, I can grow from how y'all feel.
All right. Which one we playing next?
Y'all, yeah, go ahead and play Threat for me.
Threat.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Threat.
It comes a time for games. But honestly, I'm done playing them. Truth be told, y'all ain't ready for me. They love to listen, but don't hear me though. They wanna hear is what I'm doing. I see them watching, but don't see me though. They wanna see the sound moving. They love to listen, but don't hear me though. They wanna hear is what I'm doing. I see them watching, but don't see me though. They wanna learn the sound moving. I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm the threat. Yeah, I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm that motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. They tryna push me to the left. I'm a threat. I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. I'm that motherfucking threat. Yeah, I'm that threat. I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. Bitches, give me my respect. Carry the swag, fresh as a drip. No time to waste, more cash to get. Stay motivated and moving to get. I'm in the crib, in a new whip. I see them watching, they watch when I shit. Gotta be patient, light up the split. Get in my mind, the focus the gifts. Leaving on mark, the legacy lives. Switch it up like Kama Sutra. Bit like Martin Luther. You don't want no smoke, light it up just like some hookah. Watching what I do, tryna copy all my moves. If they don't give me love, so I gotta act a fool like. They love to listen, but don't hear me though. They wanna hear is what I'm doing. I see them watching, but don't see me though. They wanna see the sound moving. They love to listen, but don't hear me though. They wanna hear is what I'm doing. I see them watching, but don't see me though. They wanna learn the sound moving. I'm a motherfucking
niggas said. Hating niggas got the blues. Jealousy leave a stain. Jealousy just like a bruise. Shit, don't get confused. I still leave a body on the news. When I hit the stool, shit, I'm making moves. What you trying to do? Shit, worry about me, you need to pick and choose. Yeah, worry about me, shit, you got to lose. They love to listen, but don't hear me though. They wanna hear this what I'm doing. I see them watching, but don't see me though. They wanna see the sound moving. They love to listen, but don't hear me though. They wanna hear this what I'm doing. I see them watching, but don't see me though. They wanna learn the sound moving. I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. Yeah, I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. They tryna push me to the left. I'm a threat. I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. I'm that motherfucking threat. Yeah, I'm that threat. I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. Bitch, give me my respect.
I'm a threat, but everything you got on me. Place your best, I'm at your neck. VE the best. Birth out together, we leave the nest. Working all night, we don't need no rest. Speaking on us, niggas say it with your chest. School of hard knocks, finna learn your lesson. So just sit and listen, good luck on your test. Niggas want beef, so I unthawed the meat. Tell us cool down, can't turn down the heat. Got too much momentum, we a locomotive. Step in a room and there's no commotion. But as soon as we leave, people get the boast. And you slave ass niggas really need to hit the boat. Finna pull your card and we can see that it's a joke. So I don't take it seriously for beefing, it's a hoax.
They love to listen, but don't hear me though. They wanna hear this what I'm doing. I see them watching, but don't see me though. They wanna see the sound moving. They love to listen, but don't hear me though. They wanna hear this what I'm doing. I see them watching, but don't see me though. They wanna learn the sound moving. I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. Yeah, I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. They tryna push me to the left. I'm a threat. I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. I'm that motherfucking threat. Yeah, I'm that threat. I'm a motherfucking threat. I'm a threat. Bitch, give me my respect. My respect. My respect. My respect.
That shit go hard. She said, I'm a threat. Bitch, give me my motherfucking respect. Was you talking to anybody or you just letting it be known?
I was doing both.
Yes.
I was doing both, definitely.
I need to come out to that song when I do my comedy show, y'all. I'm a threat. Hey, what y'all think? Come out to that. Hey, permission? Can I come out to your song?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yes, that's what's
more the
up. Okay. So, what inspired you to write that song?
A number of things. In back in the city, a lot of people don't know this, but it ain't really like a lot of love back in the city. You gotta gain love in there. It's real. It's a real tough crowd. It's like a crab in a bucket atmosphere almost. So like in there you gotta establish dominance. So I was like, yeah, y'all know people been watching. Y'all know I'm a threat. That's why a lot of people like to watch. I see more. You ever look at your story and you got more views than likes?
Yes.
Like that. I got a lot
Right.
of people that won't watch but don't want like, don't want to say nothing. They see, oh, I seen you such and such and blah blah blah. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it also ties into the stuff going on like with Breonna Taylor and David McAtee.
Okay.
They love to listen but don't hear me though. They want to see just how they just want to see what I'm doing. They love, like, you know what I'm saying, it all ties into they want to watch everything protesters are doing. They don't want to hear us. They see us, they watch us, but they don't see us.
Right.
They don't want us. They it's like no matter how much you say the things they do are inhumane to the people, they still don't want. They still refuse to see it. They still refuse to see racism. So it was also tying into that that we are a threat and they don't like it.
Yeah. I totally understand where you're coming from, man. Especially when you say people be watching and don't be, liking, sharing, supporting. I just mentioned that on my Facebook the other day. I got so many high school friends that I went to school with who never seen me do comedy, and they live out here in Las Vegas, and it kind of made me think, like, damn, like, what's going on? You would go and pay to see Tiffany Haddish or Samora or Monique. No hate to them sisters, you know what I'm saying? Salute, they open doors, for queens and all. You know, but at the same time, you got your Vegas female comic right here that you don't even come see. And then I'm not even trying to knock nobody, but I'm up there with them with the comedy shit. Like, I'm funny. For real, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all come out. I love to make people laugh. I love to bring that energy to y'all. For real, it's all love, man. Pull up June 19th at the Extreme Comedy Club. It's gonna be a mess, hot mess comedy show, June 19th. So I definitely want to see some familiar faces and some new faces as well. You guys, I told y'all when we come back, we're gonna get into this topic. Do you believe that social media can make or break a relationship?
Most definitely. It can do both.
You believe that? And why do you feel like that?
Messiness. People too goddamn messy. Especially if you one of them people that want to have your cake and want to eat it too. Sometimes you leave little trails here and there. Then you got your little messy sad piece chime in or something. They won't do stuff that make your female mad or make your man mad. Yeah, I think it can definitely make or break a relationship, especially when somebody see that you're taking there, try to sabotage people. Some people are miserable. I think it's a messy.
I want people
messy
who's listening and tuning in right now on the Royalty Radio Show to leave your comments below. I will respond back. We will respond back to your comments. Do you believe that social media can make or break your relationship? Me personally, I don't think so. I think the two individuals can make or break that relationship. If two individuals stand solid with each other, respect one another, good to each other, treat each other with that love, that respect, you know what I'm saying, that bond that can't nobody pull or break, like a magnet. You know, when two magnets come together, it's just like it connects, right?
Yeah.
Can't nobody pull that shit. It's connected. So that's how I feel with social media. If that connection is strong and that bond is real and ain't nobody fucking off and doing no goofy shit, then can't nobody come between your relationship.
True that. That is definitely true.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I don't understand why people say, you know, social media could break our relationships. Now, I do get it when you say, you know, you got exes who want to inbox or who want to, you know, say some shit about your new spouse or whatever the case may be. You going to have that drama. You going to have the nonsense. You going to have the haters. Haters going to hate. But when you and your partner have that super glue bond, can't nobody break that up unless your partner doing some goofy shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Agree with you. I agree with you on that.
How do you guys feel out there listening right now about relationships on social media? I also feel like doing too much, like, you know, a lot of people be so happy to get in relationships and they just post pictures of their spouse, not even knowing if they're going to be with each other for 3 months or 6 months later on down the line. They just post them right away, the first date. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, this my boo. I done seen so many ladies on my timeline go through about 5 kings.
Hey, it's facts, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, what's really going on? Is it them or is it you? You know, so I don't know. Social media, I need some advice, y'all. I need some advice. I see some heads up in here watching. I got 4 heads in here. Y'all could go ahead and leave some comments. Do you believe social media could make or break your relationship? How strong are you? How strong is your love? How strong is your bond? To me, like, unconditional love is very rare out here.
That's true.
Very rare. A lot of people say they have unconditional love, but as soon as somebody do something that's going to make you feel uncomfortable or say something to you that's going to make you feel uncomfortable, people be quick to throw up the deuces.
I think that really ties into self-love more than the relationship, because if you don't love yourself or if you have insecurity issues or trust issues, it all ties into you not healing properly. So if you run into a relationship and you quick to post and here and there, everybody all in your business, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even get your chance yourself to grow with that individual in particularly, and then you didn't get yourself to grow personally. A lot of people run into relationships thinking it's going to bring them happiness, when indeed the relationship is just supposed to boost your happiness. You're supposed to keep your happiness in control, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of people fail to realize that self-love is the key importance in a relationship. So if you don't have that self-love, you're going to have problems. If you don't have that connection with God, you're going to have problems.
Right.
So, like, I still do think social media can have a hand in it, because a lot of people get influenced or see things or friends saying things, and it takes their mindset somewhere else if they don't have that connection with themselves to be strongly connected
And that's
with their
mentally.
partner.
You got to be strong mentally.
Exactly.
A lot of people play off of emotions. Sometimes you got to tuck your emotions and think mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your mind is over matter. That's what I always feel.
Mental's a strong key.
Mental is a strong key, and a lot of people play the role off of emotions, such as, you know what I'm saying, oh, well, yo ex hit me up in my inbox, whoop, whoop, so I don't want to fuck with you no more. Now you going off of emotions. You know what I'm saying? Instead of knowing mentally that she just trying to fuck with your head or whatever the case may be, you know? So I say always be mentally strong-minded. Tuck them emotions, ladies. So a lot of us go through that emotional, you know what I'm saying, breakdown. Let's keep that shit 1,000. You know what I'm saying? And some of you guys out there, them betas. Some of y'all betas out there real sensitive, okay, and being y'all feelings and shit. So I just want to say we got to learn how to tuck our emotions and think mentally. If you know that your partner is riding with you and there for you and y'all got that super glue bond, what is it, that gorilla glue that bitch put in her head?
She put some Gorilla Glue.
If you solid like that gorilla glue, then social media will not break you. Okay, so you just got to be solid, man. So with that being said, like, what type of artist do you feel like you are?
I feel like I'm a very unique artist, but I'm different. I'm hard to like compare to other people. I will say that I don't really rap about what the usual female artists rap about. Not trying to put a label on female artists, but we all know that female artists particularly rap about like sexualizing things, yada yada yada. But as far as what I like to rap about, I like rapping about the truth. I like giving information to people. I like educating you in my lyrics. I mean, I can give you some bars. I can give you some hard bars. I can even talk about that other stuff.
Go ahead and give me some bars right now.
Some bars? Well, okay.
Did I just put her on blast real quick?
Nah, I got you.
Okay.
Just want you to listen. Far from the average, I got a vision. My dreams are not about highlights and television. It's more so using my
Oh, shit.
Pocket Pandas my heroes. They never slang no kilos. I don't fake the funk. My attitude can be from 1,000 from 0. About 2 seconds. Get Scorpios, too reckless. Bitches say I'm cocky, carry that rooster in case you get naked. Sleeping on the table, but I'm just waking. Swaying with it cause I'm just saying. This ain't what I rap about, but I got candy bars, so I'm just saying. Only few niggas rob me cause those niggas will rob me. I rock you, Katie. I rock you, Katie, rock you, Ville, had to kill a bird, rivalry. You gotta keep about 2 cans, I'm a Fruit Loop, fuck 2 can. Head high cause I'm that man, one man, know what I'm saying. Couple ride or dies and they just fans wanna go back home just to battle and know a couple niggas that hit the band, baby blowing hard like she hit the band.
Okay, Twister.
My bad, I stuttered a little bit, but
yeah. But you came back
Just a
though.
couple
You
bars,
came
yeah,
back
yeah.
hard though on their ass. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So I be calling myself knowing how to rap and shit, but I it's really not in me like that. I just be playing around with it. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, give y'all no bars today. I ain't gonna give y'all no bars today. I know y'all probably was expecting it. But what we are gonna do is we're gonna go into one more of her jams, you guys. And then after her song, we're gonna come back and we're gonna go ahead and shut it down with our social media, give y'all the way to follow us, the way where you can follow her at and play her music and all that goody good. So make sure y'all stay tuned in on the Royalty Radio Show. Go ahead and bring your next song in.
I think my next song is gonna be Millions, just so I can give y'all a taste of what I'm talking about.
Yee! Let's hear it right here on the Royalty Radio Show, y'all.
Hey, Tom. I ain't gonna lie. You snapped on this one. Feel me? I gotta spit some real shit though. If I was a millionaire, I would buy my mama a house, load it up with furniture and pay all the bills out. Buy the land on it, bitch, and pay my shit up too. 50 stacks for each sibling for money for school. Buy myself some land and build my own house, plus build community centers and clean the neighborhood up. Hard positive role models stay up in the center and teach every black kid that they can be a winner. Host competitions about every 12 weeks. Pay the kids who compete to keep their gas
us off the street. Do a food banquet for those who struggle to eat. We gotta work together cause unity gets what we need. It makes me sick seeing my people continuously bleed, either by my own kind, others or the police. I wanna build a world where we living in peace, where our economy's up and all the violence has ceased. If I was a millionaire, I would buy my love. I would change my happy friend. Oh, if I was a millionaire. Feel me? Mama wouldn't worry about shit. Family be good, feed the whole damn clique. Build my businesses up and hire my people quick. I can't be everywhere sharing wealth, it's a gift. Shit, look, if I hire a black man just to make my clothes, my business start booming, so we gotta make more. So then he hire more people, then his business will grow. Those people build up their business, the economy flows. Money in the neighborhood, so the value is up. Less crime rate now, cause we can afford nice stuff. Create better schools, better living, invest in black banks. Time to come out poverty shit. Fuck that you think. For centuries they've been robbing us, and a lot of us know the evil isn't anonymous. Dark is lit up and showed. Instead of us asking for change and just giving the Pope, it's time to paint our own future, gather will and control. It's for the millions, the men and women, our children will know that we are valuable jewels that got the history holds. We done came a long way from royalty, railroads, indigenous natives. They hate us, though we worth more than gold. If I was a millionaire. This is for the millions. Sooner we work together, the better. Create a backbone so we can fight through whatever. We can't fight our oppressors if we stay divided. We need everyone, we no longer can stay silent. Violent, all in the mind of the millions. We tired of seeing the killing of women and children. Police see a black man that first starts to kill them. Streets wash of blood, we need spiritual healing for the millions. They're still fighting for justice. We want equality and races seem so disgusted. 400 years later and it still ain't got safer. Justice for David McAtee and Breonna Taylor for the millions. They're still fighting to live life. The system designed to fellas. We mark those stereotype. We will win eventually. The dark will come to light. Keep fighting, keep praying. Everything will be alright for the millions.
What up, y'all?
you gonna do if I pull this thing on you? Make it rain on you. That's just how I grew. Get me in the mood. I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grow. Now you've been talking all this shit, saying what you gonna do with it. If you get the chance to it, you gon' act the fool with it. You better bring your gun, cause I ain't gon' run. Show me where you from, nigga. I put that on the set, I keep it soaking wet. This what you won't regret. You need your fucking vest, nigga. Show me where you hang, what set you claim. You wanna join my gang, nigga. I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grew. Get me in the mood. I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grew. You keep talking this and that. Tell me where to meet you at. Wonder if I feed you that. You don't keep it coming back. I'm about to spin your block, show you what I got. And that's how tough, nigga. I put that on the set. I keep you soaking wet. This what you won't regret. You need your fucking rest, nigga. Show me where you hang, what set you claim. You wanna join my gang, nigga. I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grew. Get me in the mood. I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grew. Screaming gang, gang. Tell me, can you handle that? Singing gang, gang. 'Cause that's just how I grew, nigga.
Hey, your brother Malik Truth, and you are tuned into my show, Malik's Truth Radio Show, here where we espouse what we know to be our truths, something that could lift your spirits up, dig into your soul, inspire you to be better, to do better, to help others. Amen. That's right. First and foremost, I thank God for allowing this platform to be in touch in their trail, and Job for being the visionaries behind BU Network, a family of entertainers, radio artists, rappers, poets, technicians, the whole nine. Everything is in this family, and you could have been anywhere at this hour, but you decided to tune in with your brother just a little while once again. So I thank you for that. Alex, thank you so much. We call him the Wheels of Steel because these technical tables and how he gets us heard by you, and that's his techniques right there. So those are his turntables. Those are his 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s. So thank you, Alex, for learning quickly and just doing your thing and showing improving. Definitely. That song that you guys heard a little earlier, I'm going to tell you about it. It comes from my guest. She's also a writer, artist, business owner. She does it all. And her name is Miss Peaches. And I'm going to introduce her in just a moment. But I wanted to let you guys know the title of this show is Never Too Late to Be Great, and it's part 2. Last week we went into a little bit about her Peach's background, where she come from, what she done to make money, what she where she had to go in order for change to come, and how she's keeping that change going in a positive manner, and also helping the young girls to do their thing. But before I continue, I want to give shots out to Miss Wong, to Amber Jones, or I should say Coach Amber J, John Kirkley, Chrissy, and what's her guest name, Alex? Chrissy's on Braid and Beauty. Miss Monique. So sorry I forgot you, sis. You don't come on. You ain't been on there a couple of times. But anyway, thank you, all of y'all, EOP for doing their thing, for this new brother that's doing his thing. Shannon the Queen, who just came back from a long delay at the daggone airport out in LA, I guess LAX, and because it was raining last night here in Vegas, so they had some flight delays, so she had to spend the night and everything. So we just thank God for keeping her and everyone else safe who had to, endure that overnight sleepover. And wow, really quickly in the news, did y'all hear? Bill Cosby got released. So all that damn time he done did in jail for allegedly messing with that woman that looked like a man. Anyway, yeah, so he has been released and the conviction overturned because of whatever evidence they said was not sufficient years ago, I guess, and he's out now. And from what I hear, that they're going to be having an after-hour party at Bill Cosby's home. That Camille kept looking very good, as a matter of fact, and they're going to be having an awesome barbecue and THC-infused Jello pudding pops. Yeah, so no, I'm just kidding, y'all. He ain't gonna have no THC-infused Jello pudding pops. I can get in trouble, but am I gonna get in trouble for saying that? No, it was just a jokey jokes, and jokey jokes happen like that. Anyway, so that's it with the news, and tonight's show is daring. It's touching, it's motivating, and it's something that's going to help you to understand, men, women out there, it is never too late to be great. Every day that God wakes you up, you have an opportunity to do the opposite that you did the other day that didn't quite work towards your success, or the new lessons that you learned during those failures. You've learned to do something a little bit better towards your success. A lot of people like to shy away from that word, fail, because it seems so negative, but there is a positive within that thing, because when you fail at something, you have just learned either what to do or what not to do next time. So we don't praise failure, but we understand and know that it's within those failures that if we pay close attention, that we can actually learn something that's going to better us, okay? Miss Peaches, like I said, that song that you heard, it's called Bang on You. Now, one of my favorite songs is just that hook. That hook kills me. It's like, tell me what you gonna do when I put that thing on you. Put a thing on you. I'm telling you, yo, the melody is just so hot. So I'm gonna bring our sister, Miss Peaches, in. Miss Peaches, what's going on, sister?
Man, too much of nothing.
Too much of everything, girl. Come on now.
But a lot of everything.
Yeah, come on now. A whole lot of everything going on in your life. Right. Now, before we get into a recap of last week's show, go ahead and tell the people just who you are and where you're from, Miss Peaches.
I'm definitely Peaches. I'm from South Central LA. I'm from Hoover. I'm from Westside Hoover. I gangbang. I was just telling you that's always gonna be a part of who I am. Mm-hmm. I've sold drugs. I've done a lot of time in prison. I wasted a lot of years of my life. But I'm a mom. I'm a grandmom. I own my own business, Convicted Art LLC. I write. I do music. It's a lot to who I am.
Now, a lot of people that was hearing that jam, because your voice sounds just as young as both you and I in our 50s. Look, a lot of folks may look at you right now, Miss Peaches, and say, she need to sit her old ass down. Her time is up.
Never.
What do you say to that thought?
First of all, my time not up until they shovel the dirt over me.
Come on, somebody.
Can't nobody tell me when my time is up, especially when I have all of these gifts and all of these talents and all of these things that I need to do.
That's right.
I'm gonna do what I need to do until I can't do it no more.
That's
and
right.
that's until they shovel the dirt over me.
That's what y'all hear that? She ain't finished.
Absolutely
And it's
not.
never over with until they shovel the dirt on you till you take your last breath wherever it
Absolutely.
is that you're supposed to take your last breath. Every
Absolutely.
waking morning, y'all. Every
But it's
time
not
that we
gonna
wake
be
up, we
over
got another shot, right?
But it's not gonna be over then because I plan on leaving so much here that it's never gonna.
It's
be
never.
over.
See, look at that, and that's what's called legacy, y'all. Legacy keeps our spirit and memory alive. I would rather have somebody talking good things and singing good praises about me than saying, "Oh, that motherfucker owed me this. Oh,
Right.
he wasn't shit." You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Leave a legacy, something that people. And let me tell you, one legacy that I know is gonna stand when the day they shovel my dirt is the design, date, and purpose.
Absolutely.
I have now left a legacy. I have left something that people, every time they pick this up, either in a library, in a bookstore, in a book bin, they're gonna say, "Who is that guy right there?" And when they read this book, they're gonna learn a little bit about me and be wondering why, if that guy was alive, I wonder where he would be. You know what I'm saying? But not having known the greatness before they picked up the book, they'll know that Malik's Truth name lives on as someone who served his community, someone that's it, serving the community. Everything falls under servants. So I'm gonna say that. So I want to let you guys know again, it's never too late to be great. Every time you wake up in the morning, you have a chance to do opposite of the failure or continue on of the successes. Okay, so it's never too late to be great, y'all. We all have talents in us. Some of us, we find them later on in life. Some of us, they operate on them when they find them. But you know what? It's still never too late to operate in them. So now, last week, Miss Peaches, we talked about a little bit about your life and where you came from. South Central Los Angeles, the move from your original hometown to South Central Los Angeles, what the family was doing, what mom was doing, how successful mom was, and the day she met that substance that took her from herself, that really was devastating. Talk to them, give them a recap about that.
And that's the thing, like when we moved out here, first of all, my mom didn't even know where she was moving because a friend of hers rented the place from her through Western Union, and we were still in Oklahoma. So when we first moved to 81st in Hoover, like that was not only a big culture shock for us, we were scared, me and my sisters, and I remember calling my grandmama like, I don't want to be here, like I just want to come back. It was bad, like we never lived like that, you know what I'm saying? We never been around that type of shit.
Right.
We heard helicopters over our house, and I'm like, I thought we was at war. Like, what's going on?
I could imagine it, because coming home from Oklahoma, what was the neighborhood like there?
First of all, we lived in Wewoka, Oklahoma, which is outside of Old Muggy, in between Tulsa and Oklahoma City.
Tulsa, you headed in Oklahoma City, but where them other places at?
Those are little Indian reservation towns. Like, we lived in such a small place. Like, we got weapons for opening people's yard, letting their bulls out, running on the road. Like, that's the shit was fun to us. So moving from that to there,
right.
And then my mom, like the neighborhood, the people over there were already on drugs. Our next door neighbor, and she got introduced to Primos. She liked to smoke weed, and she got introduced.
Tell them what Primos are.
That's when you mix the crack cocaine with the weed in the joints, and you smoke them. And when my mom got addicted to these drugs, she told me like she liked it, she smoked it. It was helping her lose weight. She cared about how she looked. Like, that was one thing about her, and she liked it.
Right.
And it progressed, and before you knew it, she was no longer the supervisor of the Airport Park Hotel, and she was no longer working and caring about how, if her house was clean, if her kids had the stuff that we needed, and if none of those things mattered anymore. None of those. Like, it was just a whole change. Like, the drugs consumed everything about her. Like, and I mean everything about her, even the way she thought, like her morals, like things that she wouldn't have never done once she started smoking the pipe and started smoking that rock. It's just, all of that went out the window.
Just went out the window.
She
Now,
didn't care about shit.
You had mentioned, some of the things that she wouldn't have done if she wasn't on drugs, as opposed to the things that she began to start doing while on drugs. What was one of those most egregious and evil things that we spoke about that she did to you?
And that's crazy because it is evil, but my mom not evil.
And that's a beautiful thing,
And
because it's not the person, it's what
I
gets in
know
them.
now because I'm older, like it's the drugs and it's all of that. Like I know that, but it's still like I'm damaged.
Right.
And I remember I was in middle school, and I remember coming home one day and my mom just like, get you some stuff, you going
Right.
with Dale for the weekend. And I couldn't understand, like, why would I be going with this man that I don't even know
Right.
for the weekend? Like, why would I didn't get it, but that's my mama and that's what she told me to do.
Right.
And Dale is who I ended up having my first kids by. You know,
And who was
I don't
Dale
know.
again?
Dale is the person that my mom bought her drugs from.
Hmm.
And he was her drug dealer, and he sold her drugs, and she kind of like, she just gave me to him for drugs.
So it basically, your mom bartered you for drugs.
Absolutely, she gave me to him for drugs.
And it wasn't that she kicked you out of the house and said go live with him. She just knew that, or you knew when it was time to go with him, he was going to do his business.
Right. But it started because it wasn't really even like that. It was like he wanted me, period.
He wanted you, period.
Because that's what was going on in the set. At that time, like, the girls around there was not safe. Like, so, even though it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm damaged. It's fucked up. She did that. Like, I can't talk to her about it, but she did that. She gave me to Dale for drugs.
Right.
But I was safe too, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Because I was with Dale.
Right.
And everybody knew, don't fucking touch her because she with Dale, even though I was a kid.
Exactly.
And my mom gave me to this nigga for drugs. It's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And then I had 2 kids by him. And it's just, I don't know. That's some shit that I don't think I can ever kind of get over or deal with, because my mama not here for me to talk to her about it and let her know that that's some fucked up shit. Like, you don't do that. Like, you don't give your daughter, your middle school daughter, to a grown ass nigga because you have a drug problem.
Right.
And he feeding you drugs for your daughter. Like, you
Right.
don't do that.
That's right.
You don't do that shit.
And folks, we're not telling you this so that you can hate her mother or look
Absolutely. I
poorly
don't
on
hate
her
my
mother.
mother.
Understand
I
that
don't hate my
there's a sense of empathy that we all have to have, that once someone is under control of anything or by anything, it is no longer the person operating now. It is that very thing that has overtaken them that is now operating. And that individual, it takes a while for them to get back to the forefront. If you guys can remember the movie Get Out, when he told him to go into a sunken place, that's where you are with drugs. Drugs is in the forefront or the frontal lobe, okay? And you're all the way down, and it takes something to snap you back. So in that movie, it was a horn or something, a flash. It was a flash of light that brought them out of their sunken place. So you have to understand that until that flash comes into a person's life when they're addicted to drugs, I mean, where it's taking over their lives, they're going to do what it tells them to do. So we're not telling you so you can look lowly upon, her mother, but so that you can see the tragedy in the story, but also understand as we move forward, understand the triumph in it. So we understand that a situation like this breaks the mind of an individual. And when you learned you was first pregnant with his child, how did that go?
That was weird because I kind of didn't understand how I end up pregnant, because I don't like sex. I don't want nobody to. It hurt. Like, it's not nothing that I ever liked. Like, I didn't understand how I got pregnant, because I thought pregnant came from like husbands and wives, and you love and I'm pregnant. Like, I didn't understand. Like, I don't know. But I mean, it was just something I had to deal with. I was already raising a kid that wasn't mine at 16 anyway. So, and by then, this nigga done taught me how to sell drugs. I'm making money. I'm 15 years old. I got a 79 sedan DeVille. All my friends can fit in it.
Right.
We driving around, 4 in the back, 4 in the front. Like, I'm 15 and I know it's not right, but I got all type of shit. And I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to because my mama really don't care what I do because she on drugs. So now I'm really in these streets. Now I'm gang banging. I'm selling drugs. And now he see that, okay, she hella fucking smart.
Right.
So it's not important to go to school no more. Matter of fact, you're not going to school no more. That's
Wow.
out. You're going to sit in this spot. And, man, it was just crazy. And I was dealing with a lot of shit, but I was making money. And I was good. And I didn't care at that point. Like, at that point, I didn't care because I was making money.
Right.
So I didn't care. Like, it just turned into... It don't matter how I got here. I'm just here, and I just got to do what I got to do. Now my mama strung out on dope. We living in the streets, so I'm living in a motel. He got me in the room downstairs. Wow. I'm selling dope. My sister's just upstairs in the room, and I got to pay for their room, and they got to go to school. And I got to make sure they got clothes, and I got to make sure they eat. And I got to make sure my mama ain't out there prostituting.
Right.
Because I hated her doing that shit. Like, I hated that shit. So I would rent her a room, give her dope, just to keep her in the room. So now I'm keeping her on the dope.
So she didn't have to go out. So you didn't have to worry about her, right?
Exactly. And now I'm keeping her on the dope because I would rather just put her in a room, give her a quarter piece, buy her cigarettes, give her money, and then have her up and down Figueroa prostitute.
I hear that.
So it was just a whole fucked up situation, like a whole fucked up situation. And I'm 15, I'm 16, like I shouldn't even be dealing with this shit anyway, but I got to. Like, this is what I gotta do. I gotta take care of my sisters. My baby sister is 8 years old. Like, what's she gonna do? My mama out here on dope. Like, so now I might as well stay here, and I might as well deal with this nigga, whether I want to be here or not.
Wow.
I need to be here because I gotta take care of my whole fucking family. Like, that's my problem now.
Right.
Because my mama on dope, and she really don't give a fuck. Like, she don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's just.
No, I feel you. I feel you, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the listeners out there are understanding and hearing that that relative tone, that relative song of addiction, whether it's their mother, their father, their brother, their sister, uncle, someone that they truly love. They understand and have been affected by that. And when you learned all of this hustling from this guy that was pretty much raping you undetected, you then began to become very successful without him, and you learned that. Talk to us about a little bit about that.
What's crazy is he got arrested, and I panicked. I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna do?
Right.
Like, what am I gonna fucking do? We live in this motel. Like, what am I gonna do? He went to jail, and then somebody knocked on the door.
Right.
And the dope is in the drawer. And my normal what I do kicked in.
Wow.
I sold that shit.
You
and
know
when
what?
that shit was gone, I bought some more. And
That sounds like something straight out of a movie. Like,
I sold that shit.
You know what I'm saying? So when he got arrested, they didn't know he got arrested. So they were still just dropping off the package as usual. But because he taught you, you knew exactly what to do with that package when it got dropped in that.
I knew how to cook the dope.
Come on.
I knew how to cut the dope. I knew how to sell the dope. By this time, I was doing it all anyway.
Wow.
He was drunk all the time and gone all the time and doing whatever the fuck he did that I really didn't care. As long as he wasn't there with me,
Right.
I didn't care what he did. I don't care what I hear he doing. I didn't care what bitches he was fucking with in the set. As long as he wasn't there with me,
Right.
I didn't care. So I developed. I knew how to make money.
Right.
And he went to jail, and I made money. And then I had a homeboy to tell me that you don't need that nigga for shit. Like, you harder than him. You hustle harder than him. You're a fucking loke in the set. Like, you don't need that nigga for shit. And that's the shit that started playing in my head. And I just.
You just went with that.
Yeah.
Wow. Isn't that something
it is what it is.
That's an amazing story. Just that first portion of it, of the tragedies that occurred in your life. Now, all of this leads to a statistic somewhere: jail, death, paralyzed, or out of the game. Which one of those statistics hit you? Obviously, not the death.
Death too.
Well, yeah, talk about that, the type of death Because we're not talking about physical death.
Well, physical death hit me too because my mama got killed by a serial killer.
Right. Now, you personally, though. We're going
But-
to get into that in a second. But
Oh,
you
well,
personally.
Me personally, I went to prison. I spent a lot of time in prison. I lost a lot of time in prison. Every time I went, because of the amount of drugs I had and because of the situation, it was never no little time. Ever. What I do thank God for is that the very first time that I went to prison, my daughter was 14. Because I had been selling drugs all this time, making money, taking care of my kids. And I never got arrested. And then it got to a point to where I'm downtown Skid Row and I'm killing. And a guy that had been buying drugs for me had got caught by the police, made a deal to work his case off, and he started buying quarter pieces from me with marked money, and that was my first case.
Wow. Check that out.
Yeah, that was my first case.
Then when you got out of prison, there was one final tragedy that really broke you. What was that final tragedy?
That was my mother got killed by a serial killer. She got raped and strangled by a serial killer, and that was Chester Turner, and that was that was something right there. Like, literally, she walked out my house and walked straight into her death. Like, that was something that who thinks that? Like,
exactly.
That came out of nowhere. I was like, all a part of just everything that kind of fucked me up mentally because just the things that she went through. Like, my mom had her kidney rupture, her spleen rupture. Like, he beat her bad, and he raped her, and he strangled her, and he hurt her like bad.
Right.
And it's, I don't know, like, who expects their mother to be killed by a serial killer? Like,
and when she left, you said that she was just going to the store.
She was going to the store. She left out, and it's weird because my grandmother and my great grandmother, we all lived like down the street from each other. My grandmother lived on one end of 97. I lived in the middle of the street. So she left my grandmother's house, stopped at my house, talking mess. I was pregnant, and I had just. Now I'm at the age where I can get my first apartment, and that was my first apartment. Like, I went from the motel. My kid's father is in prison. I'm making money. I saved all this money. I'm 18. I can get an apartment now because I'm legal, and I can get an apartment. So I got an apartment down the street from my grandma, and I'm pregnant with my baby. And my mom is talking mess because the day I moved in, I left my grandma's house because I wanted to stay in my apartment. And me and my kids, we would sleep on the floor. And my mom was mad, and she talking, and she just left and went to the store, and never seen her again.
So the last thing that you remember of the words, the words that she said before she hit that door, what were they?
Now, here's the thing about that. I was the last person to see my mom. Me and my mom was in a good place at that time because she had just started, like, trying to do better. And she had went to my grandma's house, and she was there taking care of my grandmother and my great grandmother. So me and her was kind of in a good place right then.
Awesome.
So my mama loved me, and I love her. And my mama told me that she loved me. And I told her that I love her. And what's weird, when I look at all of that in hindsight, my mom had this weird ass, she was yellow, but she had this weird ass glow that whole time. Like, when I look at it, like, damn, why mommy was looking hella bright. And I always told my sisters that, like, the last time I seen mommy, she was looking really, really bright, like really bright. And it's weird because she was dying, like, she was gonna die. Like, that's crazy. Like, she was gonna die.
And then as soon as she walked out of that door,
she walked right into Chester Turner.
She walked right into Chester. I think we have a picture of this this menace, who unfortunately is still alive.
Yeah, she walked right into Chester Turner.
Was he from anybody's set? Was he one of those?
And what's crazy about that is he's actually from the same neighborhood that I'm from.
Wow.
He's from Hoover. They call him Tutu. He's from 107, and he too started smoking crack and crack turned him into that. Like, he was already a gangbanger, so he was already one of those guys, but the crack turned him into something else, like a sick person. And he started raping and strangling, and he killed my mother, but he was killing in my neighborhood. So he killed one of my homeboy's sisters. He killed one of my homeboy's cousins. Like, he was killing the people in our neighborhood, like the neighborhood that he grew up in, you know?
And that he's alive is still yet a mystery to me, because killing somebody from the set, you would think that the set would have already taken him out in jail. Was he some kind of protection?
What's crazy is I know guys that was in prison with him at the time that called me like, man, Peaches Groove on Hoover, I didn't know that nigga killed your mama. He was on the yard with them. Before they broke that his DNA linked him to all of these murders, they came in and they removed him and they put him in protective custody because the very next day he was on the front page of the LA Times.
And that means every set was after him.
Everybody was after him. Every race was after him in the prison, you know, and they moved him and they took him out the day before the paper released his picture and labeled him the Southside Slayer and linked him to all of the unsolved rapes and homicides, and even my mom's rape, because at that time somebody was already in prison for killing my mom because the LAPD had already wrongfully convicted someone for killing my mom. So we went 13 years believing that David Allen Jones had killed our mom. And then this cold case file Detective Shepard came along and he said on a hunch he just ran my mother's DNA from her rape and murder kiss on this guy because he was in my neighborhood. That's where she was from, and he just did it, and it was a match. So they had to let the guy go, and then it was a battle. They let him go 13 years after he killed my mom. He killed her in 92. 13 years later, they let go
the wrong guy.
And they didn't convict Chester Turner until 2016.
And that was just for your mama. Now, it was from what I read, this monster was going out since what, 87 or something like
1987, raping and strangling women, and
for almost a 10-year span.
And he was already in prison for 14 rapes and murders when they finally decided to charge him, because at first they was saying that we should just be happy that he's on death row, and because LA wanted to save face. They didn't want to admit that they fucked up, wrongfully convicted somebody, so they wanted us
he
to
was still out killing motherfuckers.
Why he was See,
let me stop right there. You see, a lot of times when you guys, they say art imitates life. Well, here we have a prime example of a lot of things that we see on these television programs. We do know that wrongfully accused individuals stay locked up while the person who's really doing the dirt is still out there killing people.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
And so it took from 2016 to finally get him convicted. And tried for killing my mom and I think 3 other women during that time. So when he was on trial for my mom, it was my mom and 3 other unsolved rapes that matched his DNA. He was sentenced to 4 more cases of the death penalty. But now we have this new DA, Gascon, who decided that the death penalty isn't right and took away the death penalty. So now here's another battle I gotta fight, because how you gonna take the death penalty away? Like, we don't matter. Like, he didn't rape and beat and kill my mama, and that's what he was sentenced to, death. So how you gonna take that away?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. So now he gets to basically
walk the yard. He gets to walk the yard. That's the thing. He gets to walk the yard. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not cool.
And he's still under protective custody, right?
And he under protective custody.
So he can't. He'll never hit Gym Pop.
No, and he get a TV now, and he get the shop regular commissary because he get all the privileges now.
And you got people probably looking up to him, sending him shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You know how people out there are sick, just like the perpetrators of these heinous crimes.
Absolutely.
And something like that, you guys, you have to know that when death comes, we expect mama or daddy to die of natural causes. We expect, be in a hospital with mom and daddy holding their hands so they take their last breath, knowing that they went by natural causes. But when your family member, especially your parent, is killed and murdered by someone, we do know that that's a different kind of pain because that's just an obstruction in your life. It's just snatched
That's
away.
like theft. Like you
Yes.
stole so much
You
from
stole
me.
something.
First of all, you stole the opportunity for me to talk to my mother and like why would you do that shit to me? Like I'm your
Right.
daughter. Like you really fuck my life up. Like man, you really fuck my life up. Like why you
Right.
do that? You stole that opportunity. Then you robbed my kids because they never had a grandmother. Now I got grandkids and you robbed them because I had my great grandmother, but they don't. Like you robbed us with so much shit that, like, it's stuff that we can't get over. Like my
Exactly.
son never met his grandmother, but when he mad about something and he really serious, he's always, I swear to God, on my grandma, rest in
Right.
peace. Like he never met her.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like he don't even know her. So it's a lot that we got robbed from when you decided to kill my mother.
Exactly.
And I guess I don't know now how it. You know, it's like it is what it is. I guess like I don't know. Like
But within that tragedy of being sold or given to your children's father, who was originally your rapist, going through prison, knowing that your mother was murdered and didn't come back like she said she would, and going to prison again
and again
and
and
again
again
and again.
and again.
Within all of those tragedies in your life, there was silver linings within those tragedies, and there were some triumphs.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about some of those triumphs.
First of all, like I thank God for this last prison term. I'm gonna say that because this last prison term that I did here in Nevada, the prison system is different. I'm gonna say that. I'll just so you can understand, being in prison in Chowchilla is fun because we gangbang and we on the main yard and we fighting and we doing shit. And then they have different events like MC Light comes there and we do the AIDS walkathon because it's the biggest women's prison.
Right.
So it's a lot of stuff that go on there. It's a lot of activities. It's a lot of classes. I went to school there. I got my GED there. Like it was a lot of stuff to do while I was there.
Wow.
Then when I came to prison out here, it was hard time at that prison
Right.
until I moved to fire camp. And I got to fire camp and I got fire certified and I got chainsaw certified.
Wow.
And then I'm going out here and I'm cutting down trees in Milwaukee and I'm in
Right.
California at the Thomas Fire and I'm learning shit.
Right.
And I'm talking I got a relationship with my crew boss
Right.
who really want all of us to succeed.
That's
And
beautiful.
then now I'm working at the nursery and I'm meeting the people that work there and they really want us to do good. They're not
Right.
treating us like we prisoners.
Right.
And then I get to Casa Grande and yeah, it's COs there and we still prisoners, but they don't treat you like a prisoner. They treat you like
A
you
human
work
being.
on the streets.
Yeah.
And they allowed me to go to college. So I went to college for business.
Wow.
I'm still in prison. I'm going to school. I'm
Right.
working full time. I'm in college. I'm getting my degree in business.
Right, see.
As soon as I get out, it was all this COVID shit, but I left Casa Grande. I saved all my checks,
Wow.
to put it that way. And I
Come
left
on
there
now.
with enough
Beautiful
money
triumph.
to
Yes.
not have to sell dope when I get out.
Yes.
And not have to worry about where I'm going to live and I need a car and I need this and I didn't have to worry about any of that because I had all my shit and some.
Come on now.
And then I was legally entitled to all the things that I was entitled to because it was COVID-19.
Right.
Another blessing because I'm quick to pick up a sack. I'm quick to sell dope.
Right.
So that happened. And I was stuck in the house. So I might as well start my business and I might as well start this website and I might as well start writing to these beats and I might as well start doing this and I got this plan. So I had all this time to do it, so I started doing it. And now that I'm doing it, why would I stop?
Why would you
Because
stop?
I'm doing so much. Like,
It ain't
why
never
would I
too late
stop?
to be great. Give me some. It
Never,
ain't
not
never
for
too late to be
me.
great.
Not for me because I always been writing and I always
Come
been
on
doing
now.
shows and I always had ideas
Right.
and I know how to run a business because I always had a dope spot and I know how to make money and I know how to budget because I got kids to take care of and I
Right,
work.
look at
So why
so the
not?
streets taught you something fantastic and useful.
So why not? And then I went to school. And then I learned their
Triumph
terminology.
over tragedy.
Then I learned their terminology. Now I know how to speak to them. And I know how to speak about my business to them.
Oh, yeah.
And I know how to get funding for my business. and I know how to do this, and I know how to do that without sounding like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Exactly, for sure. And that's a beautiful thing. So even in the midst of a lot of the things that we do that are not socially acceptable, there are still going to always be the mixture of good and evil.
Absolutely.
And within that evil, there is evil cannot exist without good, and good cannot exist without the evil. They work hand in hand, but one is always the greater, and that is God. So when God is discovered in you, there's so many things that you can understand because now you know you have purpose. One of the greatest things that you and I talked about, Peaches, when we first met, like last month, is that when you got out of Clark County Detention Center, you were working a job that you didn't even think you would work at, but you ended up fucking loving it.
I loved my job. I worked at Nathan's at the New York. I was selling hot dogs. I was coming back to Casa Grande smelling like corn dogs. My roommate be like, "Oh, go wash your clothes. You smell like corn dogs." I walk in the building, they be like, "Hot dog lady." Like, I loved it. And I was good. And because I got hustling ability, my tip drawer used to be crazy. I know how to talk to people.
Right.
So my customers loved me, and I made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then the VIP of operations, he loved me because he seen my business and he seen how I carried myself, even though I was in prison, and he knew I was in prison. So when I needed somebody to lecture for me in my business class, that because it accounted to my grade, he had no problem going to my college class and speaking to my class about business and running a business for me because he wanted me to succeed, and he talked to me about that. So it's people like that. And then it's the CEO, Officer Perry. I love Officer Perry. I call him my aunt. And people like that. Right. My police officer friend, and I don't care who knows he's my friend. The world knows he's my friend. I always say he's my friend. He wants me to succeed. Right. He wants me to do good. He always speaks highly to me about me. And he's one of the first persons to ever speak highly to me about me. You know what I'm saying? And he made me see that I'm bigger than the gang because I'm better than the gang. And I'm bigger than your mama sold you for drugs because you better than that. It's more to you than that. And he helped me understand a lot of that shit because I'm still fucked up. And I make a lot of decisions because of shit that I think or feel about myself because you know what? If my mama didn't care that much about me that she could just give me to somebody for drugs, like,
care about yourself.
How? How could you? So it's a lot of stuff that I still have to work on with myself that has caused me a lot of anger that might get you fucked up at any moment, and it really don't have nothing to do with you. And that's the shit that I'm still working on about myself that I gotta fix because I'm an angry person. I'm a violent person. I have a fucked up attitude. And that's why I spend a lot of time by myself. I don't have a problem not being in a relationship and not hanging out with nobody because anything could set me off at any moment, and I have tripped on people for no reason.
Wow. And that type of trauma and hurt really comes so much from not being able to resolve or close the chapter with our parents, and that's why, you know, when you said earlier he took that away from you, you know, something that, you know, folks get an opportunity to finally sit down with their parents and say, look, you know, what happened? Why did you do that? You don't even get to do that.
No. And it's hard. Like, I can't hate my mama. I love my mom. My mom did so much good shit, and she was so good to us, and she took care of us. And like, we had this thing, my mama took us out to dinner every weekend to Casa Maria's. That was her shit. And we ate Mexican food, and she had pina coladas, and me and my sisters had Shirley Temples. Like, I'll never forget shit like that because my mama was a good mother, but she just did some fucked up shit to me. You know, like, so it's hard. Like, I love her. I'm never gonna not love her. It's just like, I just don't understand. Like, how could you do that to your daughter? And I'll never understand that. And I could never get over that because I can't talk to her about that. So I don't know.
And I know that there's some folks out there watching who, you know, who may be you know, therapists, and you know, if you can, you know, reach out to me so that we can help, you know, our sister, Miss Peaches, learn to process this important step in her life without her mom, knowing that therapists, you guys know that, when we resolve things personally, with the individuals that have hurt us, and that individual is no longer there for us to resolve it with them, especially if that individual is so close like a parent. We don't get to understand what happened. Why did they do what they did? We understand it was drugs, but what about it made it
Like
so
me.
important than you?
But me though, you
Right.
had 3 daughters, but you chose me.
You chose you, yes. Why
You know,
why didn't you
why
choose
me?
the other one?
Like,
Not that you would want that, but why didn't you
wouldn't-
just choose
I
me?
wouldn't, because I went through all type of shit, but I just don't
Yes.
understand, like, why'd you pick me? Like,
Yes,
what
that's
was-
interesting.
You know?
That's interesting. And you guys have to understand that. And this is what happens in the mind of us. It just breaks when traumas occur. Like, she had other siblings. What was it about you, Mama? What was it about me that made you pick me to go? All of my other sisters, they were developed. They had this, they had that. But why me, Mama? And you'll never be able to ask her that question. Why me? Why was it me? Out of all of the girls, Mom, why was it me? And there's got to be a therapist out there who's listening to this, and I would love your help. So if you can DM me, about any sessions that you can have with our sister Ms. Peaches, that would be great, because this show is about uplifting and helping one another. So I just pray that if you are under the sound of my voice and you are a therapist, that you can contact us. If it's Tashana, if it's Michael, you know what I'm saying, if it's Grace, help us out and help our sister reach that greater plateau. But we all know that it first comes with forgiveness. But we can forgive ourselves in a personal we want, but a lot of times
But
we want to
that's the
say
thing.
something to them.
I don't have no reason to forgive myself for anything. Like, I don't regret nothing that I did. I did
Right.
everything I did. My survival instincts are on point. My kids never been in no foster home. They always been taken care of. My kids didn't grow up in the set. They grew up in Westchester and
Right.
then Santa Monica. Like, I don't regret shit. I don't regret going to prison. I don't have
Right.
nothing to be forgiven for. I don't even regret people that I fucked up in these streets, because one thing about me is I don't start shit. But if you bring it to me, I'ma end
I'm
it.
gonna end it for real.
For real.
Now,
So I don't regret shit.
It's the forgiveness about Mom, though. That's what we're talking about, though, Peaches. Like, we want to tell that person, look, I forgive you, I love you. Especially when they tell us, what was the reason behind what they did. And then Chester took that away from you. He took the opportunity for you
Absolutely.
to embrace her and say, Mama, I feel you. I understand.
But see, and then that's the thing, though. Who's to say I would say, Mama, I feel
Exactly.
you. I forgive my mama because she got killed. And that's my mama, and I love her, and I'm hurt because she's gone. But who's to say I would forgive her for that shit?
Right,
Because that's
exactly.
fucked
That's
up, and
some
you don't
fucked
do
up
no
shit.
shit like
Absolutely.
that. So who's to say we would ever have had a relationship? Nobody knows that. I don't even know that.
Because Chester took it away.
Absolutely. So
Just took
I
it
don't know
away.
if I could say I forgive you, Mama, or if I ever would have fucked with her. I just know that I'm hurt because my mama got killed
Right.
by a serial killer. That's what hurts me about it. And I love my mama, and I wish I had my mama. It's a lot of shit that I wish I had my mama for. I didn't know how to make gravy, and I was in that kitchen crying like a baby because my mama was supposed to teach me how to
Right.
make gravy when I.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
I
So
do.
that type of shit.
Yes,
But other than that, who's to say I would have forgave her? Because you don't fucking do that to your daughter
that's true.
at
Most
all.
Most definitely.
So it's a lot of issues I got with that.
Definitely.
You know?
Y'all, we're gonna take a little break. I ran into a little bit more time because just Peaches just always keeps me interested. The hooks in her song, and even when we talking, man, she just always keeps you captivated because she just knows how to give detail and illustration, to the details of her life and just make it, something that you just wanna know the next piece to. So y'all go ahead and hang in there with us. You are watching Malik's Truth Radio Show. We'll be back in 2 and 2. Thank you.
Vibes.
I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grew. Get me in the mood. I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I groove. You keep talking this and that. Tell me where to meet you at. Wonder if I feed you that. You gon' keep it coming back. I'm about to spin your block. Show you what I got. And that's how tops. Nigga, I put that on the set. I keep it soaking wet. This what you won't regret. You need your fucking rest. Nigga, show me where you hang. What sets you claim. You wanna join my gang, nigga. I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grew. Get me in the mood. I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grew. Screaming gang, gang. Tell me, can you handle that? Singing gang, gang. 'Cause that's just how I grew, nigga.
Vibes.
I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grew. Get me in the mood. I bang on you. Tell me
Hey, what's going on, y'all? You are tuned back into Malik's Truth radio show, and that again was our sister Miss Peaches. It ain't never too late to be great. That song was Bang on You, and now, like I said, that's another one of my favorite songs right now. I mean, it's like, can sing it with me, y'all? I'll bang on you. Tell me what you wanna do.
if I pull this thing on you.
Sing it, Peaches.
Make it rain on you. 'Cause that's just how I grew. Get me in the mood. I bang on you.
Go ahead now.
Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. 'Cause that's just how I grew.
That's how she groove. Get
Nigga.
you in the mood.
You gotta hit that, nigga.
Nigga. Yes, y'all. That's
gotta hit that,
our
nigga.
sister, y'all.
You
It
gotta
ain't
hit that,
never
nigga.
too late to be great, nigga.
You know what's so funny is people be like, you know, Peaches that like my friends, they like, you should have been doing that. We already know because I've been doing this for a long time.
Right.
And now like I'm doing music and shit. Like they be like, okay, wait a minute, that's her. Like they don't be thinking that's me. Like that's her. Yeah, that's her. And
For
she got
real.
so much in store. I'm about to kill her.
For real. And it's like, yo, Misfit, if
I'm
you
about
out
to
there
kill
listening,
him.
Misfit, if you out there
Fuck it.
listening, this jam, the remix on this jam will fit you just right. I could just imagine you spitting hot bars over. Put the thing on you.
I don't even know who you are,
Tell
Misfit,
me
but
what
that's
you
all I've been
wanna
hearing
do.
is that this Misfit will spit some hot shit on there. So, yeah, Misfit, if you listening, let's do this remix and do this.
For
yeah,
real,
for real.
for
Because I've
real.
been hearing that she'll spit this hot shit on there. So let's
For
do
real.
this.
Let's do this, Misfit, if you out there listening. For real, though. All right, but check it, right? Y'all, we are almost out of time, but we are going to get this last little bit in. It ain't never too late to be great, y'all. And the reason why I went from tragedy to triumph to have our sister Peaches tell her story is to understand that in all of our lives, we're going to get our degrees of tragedies that occur in our lives because it's for us. It's meant for us specifically. And from what I read, it says that the Bible says that he ain't never gonna put too much on us than we could bear.
And
So
that's crazy.
that's the tragedy. We all have our degrees of tragedy, but within that tragedy is a lining up of hope. And what Miss Peaches did is she was able to find that lining within all that tragedy, knowing that she's still fucked up, like
Right.
all of us are, knowing that the things that has happened to her has fucked her up, knowing that she will never get an opportunity to ask her mama, why did you fuck me up?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? She still decided to move and maneuver through all of that bullshit
Right.
that happened in her life and come to a place where she recognized her talents and said, you know what? I'm going to be healing while I'm succeeding.
Absolutely.
I may not ever get the chance to close the chapter between me and my mama, but I'll deal with that when it's supposed to happen. But I am going to succeed. And I want y'all to understand that. What do you have to say about that? Succeeding through that tragedy.
Like, I'm determined to do that. Like, I'm so focused on what I need to do. I'm determined to do that. Like, because it's so much that I'm going to do out of my success. Like, already there's so many kids that's not my biological that call me mom, that done lived in my house, that it's been to the point to where I had kids sleeping on my floor. I don't know where their mama is. I don't even know who their mama is. Some kids that's adults now that I've never even met their mama, because where are you? I've been having your son with me since he was 12 years old, and he calls me mom. The first kid that I ever raised was not my biological, and I was 15 when I got him, and he was 3 months old, and his mama was one of my customers, and now he's 33, and he's still my son. So I take care of people's kids. Like, my mom just fucked me up so bad that all the kids that got the fucked up moms can call me. Like, call me. I'll take care of you. I don't give a fuck if we got to have sleeping bags everywhere, bunk beds in my living room. I'll take care of people's kids. That's what I've been doing. And I talk to Detective Dupree, my friend, all the time, and he just says that, and I'll be like, Darren, I can't have all these kids living with me. But then I said, I can have all these kids living with me because God is going to give me this building, maybe an apartment complex, maybe something that I see me happen where I can take care of all these kids, like all the sex trafficked little girls, like that. It's all fucked up because they mamas ain't shit. Like, I want to take care of them. Like, I want to take care of them for real. Like, I want them to know that you don't have to be a fucked up person because your mother did you a fucked up way. Like, I want them to have high self-esteem. I want them to know they better than what they've been through. Like, and I know I'm going to get this place where I'm going to have all these people's kids that I'm going to take care of because I've been taking care of people's kids since I was 15. So I know that's something that I'm supposed to do.
That's what I'm talking about. We are not who our circumstances made us become.
Right.
We are greater than that. You are greater than your tragedy. That's what she wants you to understand. It is never too late to be great. That is what we want you to understand. And before we roll on out of here, Ms. Peaches, tell the folks where they can get in touch with you.
You can get me at convictedartllc@gmail.com. You can find me at Ms. Peaches on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter.
Now, is it Peaches that's spelled in the fruit, or is it spelled another way?
No, it's spelled MZPCHZZZ.
All right. And y'all got it right there. And tell us about a couple of upcoming projects you have going on.
Oh, my God. So I'm trying to get this book thing together, this kind of like script thing together. I'm working on like a kind of story about my life, but maybe kind of fictional to protect the guilty. And
for sure,
for
sure. I mean, because you again, you have a hefty lifestyle, a lifestyle that many of us have only gotten the pleasure to see in a movie script turned into a Netflix movie or a big screen movie, And I mean, you have enough in your life to have the next motion picture hit.
A good one.
It is so touching and compelling.
I'm writing.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that when it comes out, and I'm looking forward to as we discuss mentoring you, in authorship, because as you guys already know, I'm an author of the best-selling book, The Design Dating Purpose, and even though I don't have it here with me, that's one thing I forgot. I was trying to get everything from the car. I am going to give her this as a gift.
Right.
So you can expect that as a gift. So it's something for you.
I'm going to read it because I feel like I can learn something from it. But just to put it out there, I do not want to be in a relationship.
She don't want to be in a relationship, but
I'm
it's always
fucked
good to
up.
have. It's always good to have some ammunition
I like
when you
to
make
be
that
by
decision.
myself.
Yes.
I like to be by myself.
And as I told you, I got some pretty funny stories in there that's gonna make you
so
laugh.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, it's gonna make you laugh.
Yes.
So I have a great heart. We have a great show. We have great producers, technical people. Again, big ups to Alex for his great job in the technical stuff tonight, as well as Nate Trail and Ja for giving us this platform. You have just been hit with Malik's Truth. Thank you for tuning in. Good night. God bless.
Vibes.
I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grew. Get me in the mood. I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grow. Now you've been talking all this shit, saying what you gon' do with it. If you get the chance to it, you gon' act a fool with it. You better bring your gun, cause I ain't gon' run. Show me where you from, nigga. I put that on the set, I keep it soaking wet. This what you won't regret. You need your fucking vest, nigga. Show me where you hang, what set you claim. You wanna join my gang, nigga. I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grew. Get me in the mood. I bang on you. Tell me what you gonna do if I pull this thing on you. Make it rain on you. That's just how I grew. You keep talking this and that. Tell me where to meet you at. Wonder if I feed you that. You don't keep it coming back. I'm about to spin your block, show you what I got, and that's how time.